you to know today, I just want to be with you just for a minute to let you know, New Golden Star, as we lead up to the pastor's anniversary, we're still here today. And one of the things I realized is that Satan wanted to take us out. Satan, every situation that we've been through in life, Satan used it to take us out. But I'm glad to say that I'm still here. Can I get a witness, somebody? And really quick, there's a story by, there's a man by the name of Joseph in the Old Testament. And a lot of people know his story.
Yeah, come on.
A lot of people know his story. And if you look at his story, I love the fact that after all that he's been through,
come on.
Joseph went through a lot if you know his story. But I'm so glad because Joseph could stand up and say, I'm still here through it all. Somebody ought to be able to stand up for God and say, I'm still here. Through all of the circumstances that I went through all the death I had to experience in my life, I'm still here. Can I get a witness, somebody? All the stuff that New Golden Star had to go through throughout the years, I can come to tell you that you're still here. And I'm thankful for that. And Joseph, what I like about Joseph is that Joseph was a dreamer.
Yes, he was. Yes.
Joseph had big dreams. Now, anybody ever had big dreams and big visions in their life? God has given you something. Oh, come on. Somebody ought to be able to say amen to that. And the thing about it is that Satan always wants to knock down those dreams. But Sister Shayla, I can witness today that I'm still here. And all that I went through, even if you might have been in chains at one point in your life, you can sit here and say, I'm still here. Can I get a witness, somebody? And as Joseph was a dreamer, I come to tell you that there was a lot of people that did not like his dreams. Matter of fact, his own family did not like his dreams. They was jealous of the dream that God had given him, the vision. That there will be a lot of people in ministry that will be jealous and mad of the dream that God has given you. Somebody ought to be able to say amen to that. There are a lot of people that have been jealous of New Golden Star. Can I get a witness, somebody? There's been a lot of people that I'm sure that has been jealous of Dr. Tennyson because of the dream that God had given him. And what I like to call them is that a lot of times those people are, I like to call them frenemies. I know y'all thinking, y'all probably think I messed up on my words. No. Frenemies. And the reason why we call them frenemies is because they're enemies posing to be friends. Too many times we got too many frenemies in our life. Can I get a witness, somebody? In other words, we got a lot of people that are around us that are really enemies, but they're posing to be our friends. I come to tell you, somebody, that God will weed out those frenemies. Can I get a witness, somebody? And I'm a witness today. I know that in ministry that there have been people that have come and there have been people that are gone. And a lot of times I realize is that there's nothing more than frenemies. They was posing as friends, but they was truly your enemy. They was really jealous of the dream that God had given you. But I'm so glad to tell the story that I'm still here today. Can I get a witness, somebody? And so as Joseph has this dream, matter of fact, you got to be careful who you tell your dreams to. Because what happened was is that Joseph told the dream to his brothers, and they did not like the vision and dream that God had given him. So therefore, they was plotting to kill him. If you know the story, you know what I'm talking about. I want you to know that be careful who you tell your dreams to. There were many times that Jesus knew the vision and he understood what had to take place, but Jesus says now is not the time. Y'all don't know the Bible. See, in the Bible, a lot of times Jesus had to tell them, he says, don't tell anybody. He had healed people. He had helped the sick. He had helped the poor. He had helped the ones that were lame. And he said, sometimes he had to tell, don't tell anybody. Because he understood that there was a lot of frenemies around. People posing as friends, but was truly enemies. I want you to know, be careful who you tell your dreams and visions to. Because a lot of people will try to knock down your dreams and knock down your vision. But you ought to be a witness that you're still here today. But watch this. As you sung Break Every Chain, what happened was is that Joseph went into slavery. Did he not? His brothers didn't kill him, but they put him into slavery. And what happened was that he was bound by chains. Can I get a witness, somebody? I want you to know there will be a period in your life that you will feel like you are bound by chains. There will be a period in your life to where you feel like you're stuck and there's nothing you can do. But I like what Joseph did. Joseph used his gift that God had given him. Sometimes when you get bound, sometimes you got to use your gift to get you out of your mess. Can I get a witness, somebody? you a singer, sometimes you gotta sing your way out of your situation. Can I get it? If you know how to play the piano, sometimes you gotta play your way out. Somebody ought to know what I'm talking about. And sometimes you got to use your gift to get you out of your situation. Because we found that Joseph was wrongfully accused and he was in prison.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is because not only was he a dreamer, but he can interpret dreams.
Yeah.
And what he did was he was able to interpret dreams.
Yeah.
And even though he had some frenemies in jail too, if you read your Bible, he had frenemies in jail because the people that were supposed to help him get out forgot about him. But I want you to know that even when people forget about you, God always remembers. And I love that about God, because you can forget about me, but I want you to know that my God will never forget about me. There's nothing you can do to stop my dream. There's nothing you can do to stop my vision. And what happened was that God remembered Joseph. And what he did was he got him out of jail because Joseph had used his gift to interpret dreams. And Pharaoh realized, I need this man. There will be a point in your life that you got gifts from God, and people will have to realize, I need this person right here. Can I get a witness, somebody? I want you to know that God has given you things in your life that other people will need. And the thing about it is that what I realized about Joseph, this is what I realized about Joseph, is that as he got out of prison, he was able to help Pharaoh.
Yes, he did.
You begin to see increase.
Yeah.
I want you to know that when you start using your gift, God will give you increase. Can I get a witness, somebody? And so what happened was he was able to get out of jail, and the Bible says and that he was the governor over all of Egypt.
Yes, he was.
That's good news. The reason why I say that is because so many times in life, God will use your gift. When Satan tries to knock you down, God will do nothing but elevate you. And what happened is that Satan tried to use Joseph's situation to knock him down, but all he did was elevate Joseph higher and higher, and he elevated him so high that he was over all of the land of Egypt. But watch this. This is not where the story ends. The Bible shows that those frenemies had to end up coming back to Joseph. The same people that did you wrong had to come back to you. Oh, y'all not praying with me. The same people that talked about you had to come back to you for help. And the Bible tells us that as Joseph was the leader over all of Egypt, there was second to none except for Pharaoh. And even Pharaoh still had to go to Joseph to ask questions about what to do in the land of Egypt. And so when now, as he's governing all of Egypt, what we find out is that this is what happened with Joseph. His brothers end up having to come back to him.
That's right.
And they did not recognize him. I want you to know that when you've been changed, there will be people in your life that you used to be around that won't even recognize you. There will be people in your life that did not recognize you. Even it could be your own blood. But because you've been changed, because you done went through the fire, because you done went through the storm, God has changed you. And what happens is that they didn't even recognize him. Look at your neighbor and say, I've been changed. And so Joseph, he didn't reveal himself. And this is what I love about God, because Joseph really, honestly, in his mind, he wanted to really do some bad to his brothers. But you know what happened though? He was never able to do his brothers wrong.
Come on, say that.
And this is what I love about God. Even when people deserve wrong, God will make you do right. Oh, somebody ought to know what I'm talking about. The people that have wronged you in your life, the people that have done you wrong, I come to tell you today that God will give you the ability to still be kind to those folks. Can I get a witness, somebody? Even when they don't deserve your love, they will still, God will give you the ability to be kind to them. And so what happened is that Joseph's brothers came to Egypt because there was famine in their land. And because Joseph had prepared for this famine, what happened was when they came to Joseph, they didn't realize it was Joseph. And this is what I like about it, is that Joseph definitely probably wanted to do something to them, but then he was overwhelmed. He began to weep and he began to cry. And he revealed himself to his brothers. And he told them, tell my father that I'm still here. I come to tell you today is that you have been through things in your life that should have taken you out. Okay, let me talk about my own life. I've been through some things in my life that should have taken me out. I've been through some things in my life to where my mind should have been messed up. But I'm a witness here today to tell somebody that I'm still here. And it's only by the grace of God that allowed me here. And what I realize is that God says you're still here because there's some other people that you got to help. And why do I say that? Because Joseph didn't do his brothers wrong, but what he did was he helped the whole nation. If you look at the Bible and look at the scripture, even though they did him dirty, even though they did him wrong, what he did was he says, I want you to know, tell my father that Joseph is still here. Joseph has been elevated. Look at your neighbor and say, God has elevated me. And what happened is that God has elevated you not just because you should be elevated, but God elevated you so you can lift somebody else up. Because what Joseph did was he grabbed out his hand to his brothers and said, let me tell you something, there might be famine in your land, but we got some blessings over in this land. So what I'm going to do, because God elevated me, I'm going to pull you along and I'm going to elevate you. I come to tell somebody, you are never elevated to serve yourself, but you're always elevated to serve others. And so what Joseph did, he told his brothers to come to Egypt. And as I'm about to take my seat, I want you to know today, I realize in ministry that so many times God will elevate us. And some of us will get mighty on ourselves. And we will use it for power to knock people down. And even though Joseph wanted to use it, but the Spirit overwhelmed him. And what happened is that he was able to be kind. He was able to be generous. And I want you to know, New Golden Star, you don't realize what you've done for New Life, but I want to tell you something. If anybody remembers 1714 Rowan Street, when God elevated y'all, it elevated us. Because y'all was able to get a new building, it gave us a new building. And even when we wasn't able to be in that building, you were still elevating us because you said, guess what? Thursday nights, y'all can come on in here. And I want you to know that God always uses people when he elevates them. He always uses it to elevate others. And so we are thankful for New Golden Star because you have elevated New Life. Can I get a witness? Somebody? And so today, when God elevates you, always remember that you are still here to always help others. Amen, church.